With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
I think when people start talking about the greatest Ravens of all time, Ray Lewis's name comes up pretty fast, doesn't it? Tackles like that, just the tip of the iceberg when you start to talk about his talents.
He was at a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Well, they go play fake. The problem is with Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Yellow. Check. Watch 54. Hey, tight.
On first down, Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And there. Going to set up 32-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Bobby Bell came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack on first down, Prescott, it's caught. Cooper, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 30 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll run it here with Brown. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Wilson. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against his zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Wilson now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman. To take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrell Owens, 72 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. This time, the extra point up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's it. Big hit.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
Hey, folks, it's the coach here. Welcome back for another exciting matchup in Madden Ultimate Team. Let's send it down to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis for the call.
All right, thank you, Coach. We pick up this challenge in the 3rd quarter with 5 minutes left on the clock. We're still without a score, tied at 0. You've got the ball on your opponent's 25-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10.
That's what I do.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Sure didn't take this offense long to get within striking distance of the end zone. 2 plays.
Feel the energy? You can just feel it, can't you? Because they are creating it on offense. The way they're running the football. Now they've swept into the red zone. Momentum all on their side.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. He will find T.O. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting 4th and a yard. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now a 7-0 game. This one fielded at the 5.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrell Owens, 64 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
25. 54. He can't hang.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a first carry for their fullback.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Yeah, Sanders now to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
54.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Prescott And that's Elliott, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. A first down throw for Prescott.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, but it'll be second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That's good for 28 yards. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Ryan to throw. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Mel Renfro, the Hall of Famer. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan, complete to Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Cowboys. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. It's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Now in desperation. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Mel Renfro, the Hall of Famer. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made 1 more play, could have had our shutout.
Throwing here, Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Terrell Owens, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game?
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
On first down, Ryan. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. And just like that, another ultimate challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment, because you know there's always another challenge right around the corner.